Hey guys, want to talk about some lead gen stuff because one of my students actually asked me this question this morning about, what's the minimal cost that I can get into lead gen? Financially, he's a little tight. He loves the idea of lead gen. He wants to do it, so he's trying to figure out how to save money, and that's fine. Like you got to start someplace, right? So I got into lead gen back in 2015. I invested $4,800 into a program and it made no money with it because it cost me $800 to $1,000 to rank a site, and then I had to find a partner, and then I lose the partner because I didn't vet him properly, and or he sucked at closing leads, and then he complained the leads were garbage. So it was this revolving door frustration, and I got off that roller coaster pretty quickly. Jumped into client based SEO, but I've come full circle in lead gen because I've learned over the last 7 years how to do SEO the right way, how to get leads with Facebook ads while SEO is marinating. And lead gen was my first love. And being a minimalist, I'm like, you know what? I don't want to do what everybody else is doing. I want to simplify, keep my costs as low as possible. So what I want to show you is not exactly what I'm doing. I'll talk about what I'm doing briefly as well. I'll show you the most cost-effective way to do lead gen, where you want to know the truth? You could do it for like $20 a month. So there's no excuses. If you've got a little sweat equity and you've got some faith and patience for $20 a month, and you're willing to put some time in, and be patient, because you're not getting rich with lead gen tomorrow. It just doesn't work that way. If anyone's going to sell you that bill of goods and tell you, oh yeah, you're going to make a ton of money next month or two, they're lying, because lead gen does take time. Now, you can get leads real quickly. I've got sites that I put up like 5 weeks ago. Within 3 weeks of the site being live, I got a lead. I got the second lead a couple weeks later, or a week later. One of my other students just mentioned this morning, he put up a site and he got a lead the next day, which is almost like impossible. I don't even know the details behind it, but the point is, lead gen is not overnight money. If you wanna get out of your job, if you wanna make money with lead gen, I suggest go get some SEO clients, get some Facebook ads clients. I teach that stuff in my program, but that's a way to make money right now. And you could build an agency and make 10 grand a month in the next 4 to 6 months and have that in place, but build lead gen along the way, right? And if you want to back off on clients, so be it, that's fine. But that's what I would suggest. If you want to go straight lead gen, fine, but understand you're not going to make money on it for 3 to 6 months. Nothing substantial. It might even take longer, but you gotta do the grunt work, the blocking and tackling. It's going to take time. You got to go into the right niches. You got to go into the right markets with enough search volume, because most people don't understand the best practices of what that looks like, because you want to make sure you get enough leads to make sure that you're actually making enough money, or get enough leads where you can find a partner who can close, and then you can get your $1,000 a month per site, right? So all this stuff, I teach this stuff, but the bottom line is, if you've got some lead gen background, then go for it. You can take what I'm going to just briefly show you in the next 5 minutes or so, and keep your costs really low. So let's dive in. So number one, domains and name cheap, $10. It used to be like $9.76. As of right now, I think it's $10.43 for a domain. I use .coms. I do use exact match domains. People say, oh, you shouldn't do that. I'm like, well, they work, and I've never gotten slapped for it, and people I know have never gotten slapped for it. So I don't worry about that. I think the renewal cost with Namecheap is like 13, 14, 15 bucks a year. So, minimal cost. So if you had 30 sites out there, you got $300 to $500 invested, but that's it, right? So domains are 10 bucks. Okay. Second thing is phone numbers. I use Twilio. Twilio numbers are $1.15 a piece plus minutes. I might spend $100 a month on Twilio myself based on minutes. Most of my sites get form fills, but minutes, it is what it is, between phone numbers and then minutes. But if you want to go free, you can use a Google Voice number and use the same number across all your sites. Just don't put the number, like I have an 828 Google Voice number. I'm in North Carolina. If you're building sites in Florida, well, the area codes could be 813, 727, 407, etc., depending on the market. So 828 is going to look weird, right? Well, don't put the phone number in your button on the website. like have a track, like use the call now button plugin on WordPress and just have that trailing and they can click to call it, right? If you don't really care, you can do that. Now, what you could always do is you can create a Gmail account for every single LeadGen site, right? And if you have to verify it, then your number is going to get used up. You're going to have to use somebody else's number. Keep asking your friends, hey, can I send a Google verification to your phone? I just need the 6-digit code. So you can verify phone numbers using anybody's numbers. Doesn't really matter. But what you could do then is you can actually use a Google Voice number in the market you are. So if you're in Orlando, where we used to live, it's 407 area code, then you can set your Google Voice for that specific site as a 407. If you're in Tampa, we live there as well, you can use 813 area code and have a different Gmail account for Tampa. If you're here in North Carolina, where I am in Hickory, 828 area code, but I would set up a Gmail specific to a Hickory site and then have a Hickory area code. So you could do that for free, providing you set up a Gmail account for each of your sites. And then you have a corresponding Google Voice number. So that's free. And what's cool is you can track those calls. You can do text messages. There's pennies cost for stuff like this, but and you can give a partner login credentials to that specific Gmail so they could see the phone calls and stuff like that, and you could track everything that way. So that's free. So if you want to save money, that's a way of doing it. Forms. I only use WordPress. I use Gutenberg. I do use Lead Simplify, which is a paid service. It's $33 a month the way I use it. What it does is it's call tracking, call recording, and forms. Okay. So I use Lead Simplify, which is $33 a month. Or not, I pay $15 a month. I got grandfathered in, but I think it's $33 a month now. You get 2 users. Okay, so your account. If you do it the way I teach it, then you will never spend more than $33 a month. Okay, so that's Lead Simplify, and it does call tracking, call recording, and forms. But WP Forms is a WordPress plugin for free, and you can just set it up and then forward form fills to your email temporarily until you have a partner, and then change it, or also include your partner. So it's free. I mean, you don't have to do anything. You have to adjust the formatting to compress it. I make sure that the placeholder text, it's in the box, in the field, not above it, because it would make the form really tall. So that's a free option, guys. You don't have to spend money on forms. And again, Lead Simplify is like $33 a month if you wanted to go that route. You don't have to. Okay, building location pages. Like I said, I use Gutenberg. So the way I do it is I create a homepage. I use MPP, which is Magic Page. That's like $80 a month. That's like $1,000 a year. But Magic Page, just so you understand, it's 3 things in one. It's a mass page builder, so it builds like I could put up a site and have 100 location pages in 10 minutes. Is it worth $80 if I could do that across all these sites? 100%. I got the $1,000 lifetime last holiday season. So the guys at Magic Page, they only Simplify as well. They might have a promo coming up in the holiday season. It's October, October 12th today. So they might have a promo coming out for Black Friday or something like that. So I use Magic Page as a mass location page builder. It's also a schema. Does schema. It pulls the schema from schema.org. So you just populate your fields for each page, and you're good to go. It's also an SEO plugin, so it's a trifecta of 3 things. I'll never not use it because I think it's amazing. I promote it to everybody because it just saves me a ton of time, and I can build location pages in a state, in second, minutes really. But if you're okay taking your home page, right, everywhere you reference your home page or your main city, you clone that home page as your next location page, and you change out all the references to that city on the location page, and then change the map to that next location. You could do all that in 5 minutes, and then you have to do your meta description, meta title, your schema for each page. So you could do that in about 5 minutes. I have time myself. I could do it in like 3 to 4 minutes. It's funny. Here's another lead for a LeadGen site in Tampa. So I'm in the LeadGen business, and I just got a text message that a lead just came in. So pretty awesome. And in fact, that Tampa site took me about 2 hours of time. I got about $10 in that site. And I get about 20, 25 leads a month. And I'm in the process of finding a partner. I got a guy named David who seems interested. And we make a deal. I'll give him, I don't know, I'll give him a week of leads or 2 weeks of leads, maybe a month of leads. I don't know. I'll decide what I want to do. I'll give him a bunch of leads for free to test drive, working with me, let him close some business, and then I'll make a deal with him. Say, hey, you can have all these leads exclusive. I want $1,500 a month. I want $2,000 a month because 20, 25 leads a month in Tampa. He closes one job at $8,000, or he closes one job at $8,000. He's paying me two. He's making, he's still making profit after his costs, right? But he closes 4 or 5 jobs. He's making $30,000 a month on a $2,000 investment. So, can I command $2,000 a month? Yes, because I focused on the right search volume, the right niches, etc. Okay, and I'm number one organic, and I've only dropped $10 in a couple hours of time. So that's a side plug of me actually getting a lead off of a site. I got another one yesterday too. So, all right, so that's location pages. Hosting, I use Web Host Python. It's the it's the reseller plan, is what I use. It's Direct Admin B, I think is what it's called. You could pay $20 a month, or you could pay annually. I just never set up my annual. It would come out to be like $17 a month. So what's cool with Web Host Python is they migrated all my sites from SiteGround for free. I had to give them login credentials, to my Cloudflare stuff and my SiteGround stuff. So this way they could port everything over. They did it like a day. They didn't charge me any money. And the other cool thing with Web Host Python is because my sites, the way I build them in Gutenberg, I'll have 7 to 10 images, I'll have 1,000 words of content, I'll have 3 plugins, and my sites have they're about 70 megabytes in size. So this Web Host Python Direct Admin Reseller B plan for $20 a month gives you about 300 gigabytes of storage. So if you do the math, I can get about 4,000 sites on that plan for $20 a month. So I'm sold on Web Host Python, $20 a month. You can use the free version of Canva for now. I pay $119 a year for Canva. I use it for logos because it's the pro version. I get images in there for free, right, as well. So like I can, whatever niche I'm in, I could just type in, composite fence, wood fence, driveway RV pad, taking down a tree in a backyard, whatever the niche I'm in. Canva has those photos in there, and I can use photos for my sites. So is it worth $119 a year? Of course, for me it is. But if you want to be saving money right now and you want to use the free version, I believe you can create logos, which is what I would use it for, if nothing else. So I can make a nice, clean, professional logo and do it for free. So guys, so what's your cost? $20 a month plus the cost of domains. So, it is $20 a month ongoing for hosting. Everything else is free. And then you got to factor in your cost of domains. So if you buy, 10 domains a month, that's about $110 a month. Okay. But remember, you own these assets and then they rank over time. So to wrap this video up for you guys, go invest $10, put some sweat equity into it, put a couple hours of time in. The key is you got to be patient, okay? Look, like I said in the beginning, LeadGen is not overnight success. LeadGen is not overnight making a ton of money. You want to make $100,000 in the next, 6 to 12 months in LeadGen. You can, but you got to be in the right niches, right? With the right amount of search volume, okay? You got to do the right work to rank your sites in the top 3 positions organically. I don't do GMBs, so for me, it's all organic. And I use Magic Page to have mass location pages. So this way, I can cast a wide net, as I've coined it. So the volume that I'm losing not having a GMB, because I hate them, because they get suspended. You guys know this. They're just a pain in the butt to get, to keep. And then you got to maintain them and posts and images. And, it's just a pain in the butt. I don't want to do it. I'd rather invest $10 in an hour In fact, I can do my sites now in an hour. No, I can even do them now in like a half an hour. Um, I'm using an AI tool now where I can actually create 100 posts in 2 hours. So if I want to put, you know, 100 blog posts for a website, I can basically take about 30 minutes to build a site and 30 minutes maybe to basically set up my keywords and my titles and some basic stuff and have this AI software write all my blog posts. Okay. Um, it can create AI images. I can auto log into WordPress by providing my login credentials, and it will post and schedule a blog post to go live every single day. SEO titles, SEO, meta titles, meta descriptions, everything. So I can literally in an hour for $10 an hour, I could buy a domain from Namecheap, set up my hosting, use Cloudflare for a free SSL and a unique IP address. Okay, and then I could install WordPress, install my template, put my logo on there, install the images, and then drop the images in the AI tool, and then it'll auto post with my images or the AI images, articles that have been checked for plagiarism, that have been checked to make sure that it's human, okay, past high level surfer SEO scores, etc. And I can have literally 100 blog posts, one go live every single day over the next 100 days, right? So that's what I'm doing. So now, truthfully, I've got sites where I put in like an hour and a half. I use ChatGPT to write the content. I check it for it's human. I check it for plagiarism using Copyscape. And then I take that and I do good ChatGPT prompts and I can write out 1,000 words in like 30 seconds. But to massage it and tweak it's going to take me like a half an hour, right? But even still doing that, I've got sites getting me 20, 25 leads a month that I have 2 blog posts on a site and I'm ranking number 1. So imagine what would happen is if I put 30, 60, 100 and I schedule them to go live. So my thought is if I can just put 30 per site for the next 30 days, I'm done. I'm going to dominate the market over time. So what I'm saying with LeadGen is you could do this for $20 a month, some sweat equity, buy your domains, and then do everything manual and save yourself money. Obviously, if you want to automate this stuff, you could do that too, the way I'm doing it. So guys, how many sites do you need to have in place? Now, the caveat to this is you might have 10 sites up that you've got money invested and you want to make $1,000 a month for each site. Well, it's possible a few of those sites might not, they have to index because I manually index my sites. I don't use Omega Indexer. I just let Google naturally find the site and index it. I think I had one site not indexed in 2 months for whatever reason. It has indexed. So they all index. It just doesn't happen sometimes as fast as you want. Most of my sites index in like within a week. Every now and then I'll have an outlier that doesn't, but I don't worry about it. I don't care because I'm keeping on building. Money loves speed, guys. I don't worry about that kind of stuff. So, you could build a site, get it live, maybe a couple hours of time. Once you got a template, you're going to save yourself a lot of time. But have your site built, let it marinate on Google. Be patient. If you want to do Facebook ads to get leads early on, like I teach how to do that, you can get leads in the first couple days. And it buys you time and you can make money. So if you invested, $10 a day for a month, for leads on Facebook, that's $300 invested. You kind of find a good partner. He goes out there and closes 3-4 jobs. You can get $500 for every job closed. You're making yourself money while the site is marinating. Once that site picks up steam and starts getting more leads, then you could back off, if you wanted the Facebook ads. Or you don't have to do Facebook ads. You just say, hey, you know what? I'm going to have 20, 30 assets in place, and I'm just going to be patient and wait 3 to 6 months. Because you might have to, right? But you put these assets in place, and now you're in a position where they can start producing results for you over time. It could happen faster. Again, I have sites that get leads in the first few weeks. That doesn't always happen. That doesn't mean I'm making a lot of money. I have sites that are only going to probably get 6 to 8 leads a month organically because they're just, the search volume is not there. But I'm okay with that because I can still make $400 or $500 a month off that. That's $5,000 to $6,000 a year for $10 investment in an hour of time. So I've moved away from those. I'm still keeping the ones I have. If you want to make $500 a month off a site, that's fine, but you got to make sure there's a certain amount of search volume in the market you're in, or else it's just going to be impossible to make money. So if you want to make $1,000 a month per site, then you have to have a certain amount of search volume every single month in that market, or else there's no way, because you want to get 20 plus leads a month so that the partner that you vet is good at closing business. He closes 3, 4, 5 jobs. He's not going to have a problem paying you $1,000 every month. So guys, this is the way to do lead gen. There's lots of other tactics. There's a lot of strategies. There could be overlap with what I teach, but nobody's teaching it from a minimalistic, cost-saving perspective, time-saving perspective the way I'm doing it. No one's teaching mass location pages with schema, having no money invested, using Gutenberg, using Facebook ads, doing SEO the way I teach it. So if this stuff interests you, you can go check out my program. I'm not looking to sell it. I'm looking to help the people that want to make an investment in their education, because there is a substantial investment, but the return on investment is there if you do the work. You want to go pick up SEO clients, you can make one SEO client, you pay you make your money back. The ROI is there, but you got to do the work and be a great student. So that is doing lead gen as minimalistic as you possibly can, saving money and working extremely smart. So thanks guys for hanging. I'll see you in my next YouTube video.